Hey, I'm Scott Penfold from Loaded Radio, and this is your Loaded Radio recap for Tuesday, November the 16th. If you dig this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and as well, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out loadedradio.com for all your hard rock and metal news, podcasts, the 24-hour radio station, and so much more. But here's what's happening today in hard rock and metal. It looks like Metallica have announced the launch of their latest project called the Metallica Black Box. Now, the Metallica Black Box is going to showcase both physical and virtual memorabilia, along with performances and more from the band's extensive career, going all the way back to the early 80s through to today. Essentially, all the swag, everything the band has collected over the last 40 years of their career, whether it be photos, keepsakes, articles of clothing, sketches, everything you're going to find in the Metallica Black Box. You can check out the online component for the project over at metallicablackbox.com. Dream Theater have announced the rescheduled dates for their recently postponed North American leg of their Top of the World tour. The shows are now going to kick off in Mesa, Arizona on February 2nd and run 7 weeks before wrapping up in Austin, Texas on March 21st. You can get all tour dates online or at loadedradio.com. Progressive metal band OPETH have parted ways with drummer Martin Axelrod over what they say is a conflict of interest, says main man Michael Ackerfeld. However, sad it is to not have Axe in the band anymore. We're not in a position to linger on anything that is going to hold us back. We need to soldier on. Needless to say, we're incredibly thankful that Sammy is helping us out, making this tour possible at all. On top of that, he's quite outstanding, really. And that Sammy he's talking about is Sammy Carpenter from Therion, who's going to be stepping in behind the drum kit for the upcoming OPETH tour with Mastodon and Zeal and Ardor. And finally, it looks like there is now an ongoing police investigation into the Brass Against peeing incident which took place at Welcome to Rockville. Daytona Beach Police Department are launching an investigation into the actions of Brass Against frontwoman Sophia Urista, who during the band's performance at Welcome to Rockville last week called a volunteer up onto the stage to lay down while she essentially urinated all over the guy. Now, Urista was declaring, "I gotta pee and I can't make it to the bathroom, so we might as well make a show out of it." Now, this fan was also seen wearing a GoPro camera strapped to his head. I'm not sure where you're going to find that footage, but since the incident, a police investigation has been launched following a complaint about Urista's actions, which could be considered an act of indecent exposure, which is punishable by a fine of either $1,000 or up to a year in prison. By the way, Brass Against are going to be opening up for Tool on their European and UK tour next year. You may not want front row seating for that one. I'm Scott Penfold, and there's your Loaded Radio recap for Tuesday, November the 16th, right here on Loaded Radio.
Loaded Radio.